am so excited to be here. And like I said, I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And Calgary is famous for the Calgary Stampede. And I got to go to the Calgary Stampede every single year, and I was so excited. And this one year, I'm at the Calgary Stampede, and they said, hey, we want to do a contest. We want to find out who can ride the giant Ferris wheel for the entire length of the Stampede. And if you don't know, the Calgary Stampede's 10 days long. And in my mind, I said, yes, that's a great idea. I want to do that. And I got on the ride, and for the next 10 days, I rode the Ferris wheel. And while I was sitting there on the Ferris wheel, I got fired from my job. And so I was like, man, I got to win this thing. And so I did. I sat there for 10 days, and I won $10,000, and I had some free time. And I literally hitchhiked a ride from my home in Calgary to Utah. And there, my life changed because I met my beautiful wife, Sunny Joe. We just celebrated 19 years of marriage, and we've got 5 kids. I've been on a journey, guys. Our family's been on a journey, and over the past 4 years, I've had the blessing to speak and present and share our story in 48 countries. And I've been invited to race the toughest races around the world. They said, we want you to come do our race. It's the hardest. They're playing this game. It's called Break the Cowboy. Sucks. It's no fun. But I got this phone call, and it was from Africa. And they said, hey, we want you to come climb our mountain. And I said, whoa, you misread my bio. I don't climb mountains. And they said, no, this is Mount Kilimanjaro. 20,000 feet in the air, you have to come climb our mountain. And I said, bio, you missed it. I swim, bike, and run. And they said, well, that's cool. We don't want you to just climb Mount Kilimanjaro like everybody else. I was like, tell me more. They said, we want you to bring your bike and ride 20,000 feet in the air. And I said, whoa, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. But then I found myself on the mountain with my bike. And I instantly regretted this. I was like, what is going on? There's no direct path to 20,000 feet. And the higher you get, the less oxygen there is. And your muscles need oxygen. Your muscles need prove it. And so I'm riding, and I'm feeling sorry for myself. I'm complaining about how bad my legs hurt, and I want to figure out, how do I get off this mountain? And then I came across a group. And in this group, there was a girl. I looked down, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. She only has one leg. Why is she so happy? She had just summited, and I said, man, I was just complaining about how bad my leg hurt. You can imagine how foolish I felt. I woke up the next day, and I said, no, this is my choice. This is my journey. I'm going to summit this mountain, and I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. And we ended up being the first group to summit Mount Kilimanjaro on our bikes. And I'm standing there, right? I'm standing there, and I'm looking out, and I can see the sun. I can see the moon. I can see the curvature of the earth. And then I remembered another guy in that group. That guy, he was completely blind. He couldn't see what I was seeing. And then it hit me. Gratitude. The power of right now. How many of you are living in life filled with regret, looking back, going, man, I wish I would have been, I forget when. Why didn't I then? There's only one time that's important. And that time is now. It's the only time when we have any power. Tragic event. Kobe Bryant. Dude, what a legend. What a tragedy. You do not know when your journey is over. Do not miss the opportunity to be right here, right now, on this journey with me. My journey was through triathlon. I'm not going to convince anybody here to do an Ironman. It's okay. But I am going to talk about the power of the mind. and how we limit ourselves as human beings. When did we think it was okay to stop dreaming? When did we think that was okay? Why are we our toughest critics? Why are we getting in our own way? I was sitting there watching TV. I saw the Ironman World Championships, and I said, that's what I want to do. And then I found out it was a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, followed by a 26.2-mile marathon run, 140.6 miles in a single day. I was like, I still want to do that. That'll push my limits. That'll help me find out who I am and what I do in that moment. It's a solo pursuit. It's just you, the work you've done, and your thoughts. The conversations you get to have with yourself. Our event starts in the water. This is the number one reason why people don't do triathlon. They're scared of that moment. How many of you are scared to swim in the ocean? Yeah, it's overwhelming. And I get it. And you put 2,000 athletes in the water and fire that gun, you're going to get kicked in the face. You're going to get punched. You're going to get swam over top of. You're going to get pulled down in the water. And then what do? Did you prepare for that moment? Or is your journey over? Is your day done? You get on your bike, and this is my favorite part. I love the bike, but it's the longest part. It takes up to 8 hours. And for me, it's about mile 80. I'm sitting there on my bike going, whoo, this is a bad idea. I still have that marathon to run. I should reconsider my career path. And then the marathon, 26.2 miles of running. You've already gone so many miles. What do you have left on this journey? And I know what you're thinking, I don't want any part of your sport. This is stupid. It's not this moment. It's that one. In that moment, everything goes away. The pain, the sacrifice, the time, the money, the energy, the effort. It disappears. And it's all worth it. And so I set out on a journey. I wanted to have that experience as often as I could. So I said, I want to break the world record. The Guinness World Record for the most Ironmans done in a single year. And that journey took me through 11 countries around the world. And I had to figure out how to navigate and do an Ironman every weekend, physically, recover, prepare, nutritionally. I learned so much about the human mind, the body. And that mind, that's the most important part. That you can apply anywhere, anytime. If you can control your thoughts, you can control your destiny. I was in Texas. And, yeah, Texas. And the conditions in Texas were perfect, and I was excited. And I jumped in the water, and I crushed this 2.4-mile swim. And when I got out of the water, my buddy Tyrell was there, and Tyrell comes rushing up to me. He's like, James, dude, unbelievable swim. The leaders of the race just left. Grab your bike, go get them. He goes, you could win today. And I said, no, man, I'm not trying to win nothing. I'm trying to I'm trying to execute. I'm trying to be patient. And he goes, just imagine how much your kids will love you if you win today. And I said, what? They don't care. They're 6 and under. But he said it, just imagine. And I got excited with the thought, and the adrenaline starts flowing. I grab my bike, and I'm all excited, and I start biking. And I pass an athlete, and I pass another one. And before you know it, I'm in the lead of the race. I took over the lead. And in the race, in an Ironman, when you're winning, they give you a motorcycle escort. And the motorcycle was there, and the American flag is hanging off the back, and I'm like, dude, I'm going to pass this motorcycle too. Let's go! And I'm biking, and at mile 100, I get the biggest cramp. It grabs, it locks down, and it paralyzes me. I can't turn the pedals over. And in that moment, you have a conversation with yourself. And that conversation went, you're in pain, you're uncomfortable, this isn't worth it, you should stop. And I listened to that voice. I pulled over to the side of the road. And then I heard a whisper, hey, you've got one good leg. It's only 12 miles and it's just a marathon. Let's go. And I was like, that dude's a genius. Let's go.